in memoriam was too short. Like that is the one part, because we're all ghoulish or sentimental or both. Right. We all just sort of sit back and watch that part, right?
Ghoulish refers to either a person or a general interest in death, sickness, misery, people getting hurt and injured, beyond the norm. Okay, a certain amount of interest in these subjects is normal, but if people are overly interested or they become fascinated by it, then that's considered to be ghoulish. And a ghoul is an evil spirit who basically feasts on the dead or somehow takes glory in all these horrible miseries that happen to people. So most people are able to sort of check their ghoulishness if they happen to have a certain ghoulish streak. But some people take a excessive interest, and most people think it's kind of a little sick to be too interested in those subjects. There's other words that describe this phenomena: macabre, gory, morbid, grisly, grotesque. And there's also entire categories of films and books that are devoted to the subject. Edgar Allan Poe, vampire movies are all focused on this subject. So people do take a certain level of interest. But again, if they become too interested in it, it's considered to be kind of creepy. My girlfriend became very interested in Twilight, which I originally thought was kind of ghoulish, but it was kind of fun. So we even dressed up as vampires for Halloween. But then she started getting overly interested in these ghoulish things, and every weekend she wanted to see another horror movie. And I eventually got weirded out. She ended up finding some other boyfriend who was more in tune with those ghoulish type interests. I normally don't like ghoulish videos, but I got this link for Live Leak, and they've got all these bizarre videos. And I'll be honest with you, I was pretty fascinated with them for a period of time. And then I stopped because I thought it was just way too ghoulish.
Now, I wrote down a few names before the thing, people who I thought might get snubbed. Some luckily didn't, they were mentioned, but didn't get mentioned at all, who passed away last year, was Richard Kiel, Jaws, from the Bond movies. Oh.
Snub refers to ignoring or insulting someone in a social context to the point where they feel somewhat humiliated by not being treated very well. The idea seems to come from a nub, or also a snub, which is something that's very, very short. So the idea is that a normal social encounter is made incredibly short. Like, for example, you say hello to someone and they kind of nod and then they turn away. That could be considered to be a snub. Or you say, how are you doing? And then they respond with some short insult. And the idea is that whoever is on the receiving end of the snub should quickly realize that they're being insulted and they're being rejected. So basically, snub means to behave coldly towards someone, to slight them, to be dismissive, to turn down, or to frustrate them in some capacity by just not treating them very nicely. I went to a party a few weeks ago, and I was really looking forward to having a good time. But then for some strange reason, the hostess snubbed me when I arrived, and it just made me kind of feel bad about myself. So I ended up leaving early because I felt kind of humiliated. Kanye West, he's pretty well known for disrupting awards performances by standing up, walking up to the stage, and then declaring that the award really should have gone to Beyonce, and that Beyonce got snubbed because someone else got the award instead of her. So it's very common in these awards events for the people that don't win to feel that they got snubbed, or for other people to feel they got snubbed as well.
That's all for today. Tom Taylor is an ESL tutor. He teaches English in the United States and outside, all over the world using Skype. He can be reached at his website, which is
ESL-fullsteamahead.com.
Click on this link and check out his website and email with questions. Thank you, Tom, and I'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.